हरि ओम् सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः श्रीकृष्णः परमात्मने नमः. Okay, so last time we had completed sadhana panchakam. If there are any questions on that, you can ask. Otherwise, as mentioned last time, we will start with Upadesa Saaram. Okay, we will start with Upadesa Saaram.
Sir, I have a question. Hari Om, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, while we were studying Sadhana Panchakam, you said about parents, like parents, whatever they say, you must listen to them because they are just parents. But sometimes, sir, as a parent, they are not right, and you know it. They are not right. What do we do in such situations?
I see the Dharma Shastra says very clearly, parents, teachers, elders, if it is as per Dharma, if it is correct, surely one has to listen. But in case you know for sure, because you have now grown up, you have got a better understanding about it, and if you feel that no, that specific part is not necessary to go ahead because for some reason they haven't got it right, and if you have that knowledge, then you can with a lot of humility and this, you should continue with whatever is right as per the Shastra without hurting them. And there is no binding that if something is adharmika, you need to continue that. Okay? But very clearly, that knowledge needs to be there, whether it is right and it is dharmika. It cannot go by one's intelligence. I feel this is correct, and if you go that way, then there is a chance that you can also go wrong. Okay, because when parents are saying some of the things are time tested coming over period of time, so there needs to be a due diligence. You need to check the merit on it. There could be chances that you would have missed out certain aspect due to which such a Dharma Shastra way of leading life has been mentioned. So, but anything which is very clearly going against the generic Dharma Shastra, Samanya Dharma Shastra rules, for example, let's take specific example. If the parents, for some reason, parent says, it's okay, you tell lie here, you tell your someone, you jhoot bol do, then there is no question, there is no say on it. You have to not do it, my friends. If it's very crystal clear, but if it's a gray area, then it becomes your responsibility to check and be sure and then do the right thing. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Because nowhere it is said that You just need to blindly follow. And that is something which our Shastra never allows. Never do anything blindly. You check the merit of it. You are intelligent. There are references, there are teachers. Go, learn it, and then take your decision and move ahead. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for guiding.
And again, few things have to be in today's situation. We will add one more thing. With Desha Kala Avastha, you have to modify things. Because there are surely things where they were not exposed to, and with change in time, same thing is going to be true with the next generation also. They are exposed to many more things. So, like that change should happen without distorting the original principles. The original principle should not be distorted, but it can be modified to tune with the time. Yeah. Any other question from Sadhana Panchakam? Otherwise, we can go to the Upadesa Saaram. Can I go ahead? Okay. Upadesa Saaram. This is a small text which is by Ramana Maharshi. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi has written this Upadesa Saaram. So, there is a story behind it where he had one of his disciples called Munganar who wanted to write the Jnana Yoga part of the teachings of Jnana Kanda given by Lord Shiva in a particular situation to certain rishis. And he wrote the details about the story, but when it comes to really teaching the Jnana Bhaga of that, the Jnana Kanda of that, the actual teaching given by Lord Shiva to the rishis, he went to Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi and said, "You alone can write it. You please help me." So Bhagavan made 30 verses, which is called Upadesa Saaram. And this 30 verses was made in Tamil. Then he himself made the same 30 verses in Sanskrit. So it was not he made one and then the other translations or the other changes have been made by someone else. He himself wrote the Sanskrit version. He himself wrote the Malayalam version and Telugu. I think there are 4 versions he himself has written on this. So we will be seeing the Sanskrit version. Okay. And this is the Upadesa Saaram given by Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi, and it was for Munganar, one of the disciples, he wrote it, but then it has benefited the whole universe, because to bring the whole Jnana Kanda in 30 verses very, very clearly, like it's like what is the karma yoga, what is the limitation of karma yoga, what is Jnana Yoga, Bhakti, and also Dhyana Yoga or Upasana and the principles of meditation. All these things are very nicely covered, and finally it is self-evaluation and understanding of how stage by stage one can really understand that Advaita Vedanta Jnanam, which is propounded, completely that gets established in the last few verses. So it's a very sequential way of going ahead and very clearly focused as a main purpose is the Jnanakanda, and subsidiary or the supporting ones are also clearly mentioned, how a spiritual seeker is mentored stage by stage. Okay, and that's why this 30 verses can be easily learned by those students who have a very clear idea of what Advaita Vedanta is, especially having completed, say, Tattva Bodha and like Sadhana Panchakam, few of these texts. Only after that a student will come to know, because Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi's way of writing or the way of giving this knowledge is very strong, but is very crystal clear. So if the basics are not clear, someone can really get confused in this. So it's a very nice 30 shlokas, and added to that, it has got a very different tune, how it is chanted. If you change the tune, it becomes very difficult to chant. Okay. So what I would do is, we will listen to one of the tunes which is available. I'm not sure whether you all have the text today. Just listen to it. If you don't have the text, I will share it later on, or you can just download any Sanskrit or any language text. Many are available, which simply ask for Upadesa Saaram, but keep the text, because we will be moving across the shlokas back and forth. Okay, then that connectivity comes out very clearly, right? So today, instead of me saying, we will just listen to a 5-minute video clip which has also got the written version as well as the audio, both are there together, right?
Stita किं यतः दृश्यमानितं चित्तमात्मनः चित्वदर्शनं तत्त्वदर्शनं मानसं तु किं मार्गणे कृते नैव मानसं मार्गार्जवात् वृत्तयस्त्वहं वृत्तिमाश्रिताः वृत्तयो मनो विद्यहं मनः अहमयं कुतो भवति चिन्वतः हैपदत्यहं निजविचारणम् अहमिनाशभाज्यहमहन्तया स्फुरति हृत्स्वयं परमपूर्णसत् इदमहं पदाभिज्ञमन्वहम् अहमिरीनकेऽप्यलयसत्तया विग्रहेन्द्रिया प्राणधीतमः नाहमेकसत् तज्जडं ह्यसत् सत्त्वभासिता चित्त्वरेतरा सत्तया हि चेत् चित्तया ह्यहम् ईशजीवयोर्वेषधीपिता सत्स्वभावतो वस्तु केवलम् वेषहानसः स्वात्मदर्शनम् ईशदर्शनं स्वात्मरूपतः आत्मसंस्थितिः स्वात्मदर्शनम् आत्मनित्वया आत्मनिष्ठता ज्ञानवर्जिता अज्ञानहीन चिज्ञानम् अस्ति किं ज्ञातुमन्तरम् किं स्वरूपम् इत्यात्मदर्शने अव्ययाभावात् पूर्णचित्सुखम् बन्धमुक्त्यतीतं परं सुखम् विन्दतीह जीवस्तु दैविकः अहमपेतकं निजविभानकम् महदिदं तपो रमणवागियम् अहमपेतकं निजविभानकम् महदिदं तपो रमणवागियम्
Okay. I will very, very strongly suggest, if you are a serious spiritual seeker, please memorize this one. Because one is, it's a nice tune, it's a pleasing tune. You want to keep on hearing it. Automatically you start liking it, and then you start mumbling the words, and then it comes. But more important than that, the initial few shlokas are very easy, very logical, very specific. But once you move around 12 and 13, and after that, or the major of the shlokas, it's going very, very specific. And जो हम अभी तक cover कर दिए ना, this is what we have to do. उसको magnify करके each and every step moves. Okay, very clearly nididhyasanam type of a, it has got very, very specific. Just move like this, like this, like this. And it's a way, it's an SOP type, giving you a rationale why you need to do it. So it's a very good ready reckoner in terms of progressing in the spiritual path. Okay, so it's like if you know the GPS, you know the route how to go, and you know if you are familiar with each part of that route, then it becomes easy. Because as it goes ahead, it is highly confusion will be there. It is not, this particular grantha is not just, no story business in this. It starts very clearly with In 2 shlokas, karma is moved out. You are out of karma. In 2 shlokas, it's gone. Because when karma is there, it is very easily we can correlate and it is fun and enjoyable. But when it comes to jnanam and all 28 shlokas are moving in that path, then it is very, very dragging, and for people who miss that connectivity. If you miss the connectivity, then it's like, what is this? I don't understand anything. So it's a forewarning. Each and every shloka is terse, very specific, taking you logically ahead, and hence the moment you know this, you're familiar with these shlokas and the words and how the sequence is, then it becomes easy, because I will be jumping across shlokas. Refer to this shloka, come back to this, see what he is saying. So then it becomes clear. So it's a very, very, you have to use the grey matter a lot to understand here. Okay? So memorizing this helps a lot. Helps a lot. Okay? So clearly I would suggest memorize it. It will surely do good, because you will start enjoying it then. Right. Now, we will start with the first shloka. Karturajnaya prapyate phalam. Karma kim param karma tajjadam. Okay. Let me share it with you. Are you able to see it? Are you able to see this?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll make it big. Yeah. Okay. You may read the text given there, but after some time it will start going bouncers. You may feel it is very easy, but it will start going bouncers. So let's go slowly and let's try to understand. Kartuhu ajnaya, karturajnaya, kartuhu ajnaya prapyate phalam. Karma kim param karma tat jadam. Okay. The first shloka is talking about karma phala. What is the nature of this karma phala? Okay. So, as I mentioned, this shloka and the next shloka is only going to talk about karma. In the first shloka, he is going to dispose of karma phalam like a fly जो चाय में गिरता है ना उठा के फेंक देगा, like that he will just take the karma phala and dispose it off. Sorry. In the second shloka, he will dispose karma itself. Okay. Now, again, you all are already in this particular spirituality path and knowledge for a couple of months, years now. So you have to take it in the right perspective. Don't go blindly because it is said this, so chalo kal se karma band karo. No. Because his objective and the purpose was for Jnana Yoga, he has just closed Karma Yoga in just 2 stanzas and he has left it. The bottom line is, neither the karma nor the karma phala is going to help you achieve your goal. So let's not waste our time. That is the bottom line for these 2. Okay? Because then only he can go to Jnanam. Okay, so he moves out from karma in these two shlokas. The first shloka is karma phalam related. Says kartuhu ajnaya prapyate phalam. Only because of Ishvara's blessing or Ishvara's order, okay, or Ishvara's direction. You can put any word here, doesn't matter, because he is karma phaladata. Only because of Ishvara's direction, prapyate phalam, a person gets karma phalam. See, you do the karma. Between your karma and to get karma phalam, how many things are there? What is the correlation between your karma and the karma phalam? Is it only your karma which will give karma phalam?
Attitude.
Your karma is over. Attitude and all before doing the karma. You have put your effort, right attitude, everything is done. So karma part is done. For karma to convert to karma phala, what else is required?
Devata's interference, Daivic, when we say
Huh?
Daivic interference.
Okay. That is what he says, kartuhu ajnaya. But that is his way of saying it. What do we know? We have done Bhagavad Gita.
कर्ता भाव से कर किया तो कर्मफल है, और कर्ता भाव और से नहीं होगा तो कर्मफल नहीं होगा.
कर्म फल रहने वाला है. कर्म फल से whether you are attached or not is the question which will come later. I am saying converting a karma to a karma phala, apart from your effort, is there anything else required?
प्रारब्ध.
Prarabdha is karma phala. In between. Okay.
It should follow the dharma.
Huh? Okay. I will ask the question in a different way. Probably I am not able to express my question properly. मुझे सब्जी बनाना है विच इज कर्म फल. सब्जी बनाने के लिए सब्जी लेके आया, सब्जी कट कर दिया, विच इज माई एफर्ट. कढ़ाई रख दिया एंड ऑल. विल just doing all that convert this raw vegetable into finished product, or is there anything else required?
Everything is process, na?
Yeah, so exactly.
हाँ.
So you follow the process, the end result will come. Correct? Follow the process, end result will come. पहला सब्जी कट करो. So you go through your YouTubes. Take this, इतना quantity, cut it, keep it. फिर उसके बाद ये जो है मसाले तैयार रख दो. फिर उसके बाद कढ़ाई ले लो. And then सब्जी डालना, धीमी आंच में पकाना, जो भी है. And then you put some salt and then put the masala and then keep it for so long, and then after all that garnish it and it is ready. So which means you just follow the process, the end result is going to come. Follow an SOP, the end result will come. Correct? Yes or no? I don't understand Mauna Vyakhya.
Yes, 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 sir.
Correct.
Yes.
And this is what Karma Kanda says. Follow the process. The karma needs to convert to karma phala. There is no job for Ishvara. Are you able to understand? Follow the process. Every process has an input and then it will give you an output. If the input is right, if the conditions are right, the output will come. That output will be the input for the next process, and like that you get your finished product. Where is the role for Ishvara?
And no role of Ishvara.
Hmm?
Just no role of Ishvara, it's a sequence of process.
Exactly. So, Purva Mimamsa very clearly says in Karma Kanda, do the process properly with due diligence, the result will come. If the result has not come, you have not done the process properly. Correct? There's no one else required in that. Which means our Ishvara, as per Vedanta, Ishvara has no job. If this is true, for a moment let us consider this is true. And let's go by the same process which we were mentioning. यही दाल या यही सब्जी रोज बनाते, the same person does with the same raw material, the end result taste varies every day. Then what happens to the predictability of this process? Do you all agree that output changes? Okay.
Yes, sir, it changes.
It will not drastically change, but you can understand. आज थोड़ा कभी नमक ज़्यादा हो सकता है, कभी ये हो सकता है, कभी ये थोड़ा ये हो गया, वो हो गया. टुडे इट्स नॉट कम. कुछ नहीं किया एक दिन, अरे बहुत बढ़िया टेस्ट आया. आई डोंट नो व्हाट आई डिड, बट फैंटास्टिक टेस्ट. All these are possible. How does these variations come?
That is where interference of Daivatam is there.
So you mean
And Ishwar, interference of Ishwar is there, which we call Adidaivik. And we are only supposed to, and according to the Prarabdha, we get the.
okay. I'm not referring to the phala. The phala is what is it has manifested out. Between the karma and the karma phala, apart from your effort, okay, your effort is called as what here? If Bhagavan's blessing is called Adi Daivika, what is your effort called as?
Purusharth, sir.
Purusha.
Adhyatmika. Adi Daivika, Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika.
How? Yes.
Where do you have place to put effort? In Adhyatmika, Adi Daivika or Adi Bhautika?
Adhyatmik.
Correct. So that is where your effort is there. Then there are others who have to put their effort, which you can't see, which are Adi Daivika and Adi Bhautika. Okay, these words are related to dukkha. We get dukkha from these three sources, but at the same time, effort is also from these three sources. Otherwise, in Bhagavad Gita, he will not say. Your Bhagavan clearly says that when people come in te devaha yajna bhavitaha tair dattan apradayebhyaha yo bhunkte stena evasa. He says when people come together and put effort, then, O mighty forces, you have to support them. It's my order. Correct? You cannot reduce. When all the people are focusedly doing in Yajna Bhava, then, oh mighty forces, you have to submit to them. Which also means that in any karma, these Adi Daivika and Adi Bhautika are going to be there. Correct? If that blessings are not there, the karma phala is not going to be what you are expecting as the way it should be. That difference between what I expect and what I get is coming because of what? Not because of my effort is reduced, because I have ensured my effort is full. But yet, last moment में कुछ गड़बड़ हो गया. Simple. You sit to write an examination. The first pen doesn't work when you start the first question. The pen stops writing. उसको साइड पे रख दिया, दूसरा लिया, वो भी नहीं चल रहा है. You just imagine what happens to your state of mind. So your effort is there. Adi Daivika, Adi Bhautika and all have started changing. It is impacting my mind that now it is not helping me. Like that, after you do your work also, you imagine if that teacher who is going to correct, if she or he is in a foul mood and your answer paper comes in front, will not it impact? Correct? So that is also again related to Adi Bhautika. समझ में आ रहा है? When answer papers are moved from one place to other, बारिश में गिल्ला होके गया, few answer papers gone. Adi Daivika, what do? You can't do anything. You have put your effort. Do you understand? So when a result has come, then it is not just your effort, but your effort is the key contributor to it. And hence, for a karma to become karma phala, you need a kartu. Kartu is Ishvara. Only through his ajna, kartu ajnaya prapyate phalam. If kartu's ajna is not there, you may do anything. There are so many situations, I put the best of my efforts, but every time I have failed. Why? You will say that is God's wish now. I don't know where I am going wrong. It's His wish. Why? Karturajnaya is not there. Do you understand? Aren't we seeing all this and experiencing these things? For simple materialistic examples, these are not so prevalent because there effort, the result is expected, all those things are very, but few things where you do not know what result will come and you do few things. And there it starts taking turn. Take related to health. You are treating yourself. Suddenly it starts taking turn. What do? At a point of time you will lose your ability to fight. Why? Karturajnaya should be there. Even if I put it, Bhagavan should give, which is Adi Daivika and Adi Bhautika support as Ishvara Hiranyagarbha, he should give it. Then only I get the phalam. I am the enjoyer of the phalam. Is it clear? So without a divine intervention, no karma gets converted to karma phala. Is this logical and acceptable? However materialistic, mundane karma it can be, but for each and every smallest karma, for getting the karma phala, you need a kartu. You may be in a place where it is infested with machhar, and you will say, पक्का मुझे अभी डेंगू होने वाला है, लेकिन आपको कुछ होता नहीं है। भाई, क्योंकि वो डेंगू वाला मच्छर आपको नहीं काटा है। वो किसका हाथ में? कर तू। समझ में आ रहा है? सो देर आर सो मेनी थिंग्स इन लाइफ वेर वी expect something but something else comes, and then when you look at it, okay, then you rationalize, you give your own logic why it has happened. But beyond our scope of understanding, there is a 20-30% thing which is beyond even our understanding, but they all do their job at the right time, and that's why we get the result. And the best example is a farmer. The farmer only can put effort in his land, on his land, and till it, plow it, sow everything. But the rains, उसके बाद how good the crop will be there. If the harvest is good, तब तक आके कोई some animal comes and पूरा खराब कर दिया, किसका हाथ में ये? Okay, so he only has a hope and he goes ahead, right? And every time when he uses the best quality of the seed, still the crop doesn't come out the best. अलग अलग ग्रेड का क्रॉप आता है। किसका हाथ में? कर्तू का हाथ में। Is it clear? Any doubt on this?
No, sir.
Okay. If this is true, then your karma and karma phala is jada or chetana.
चेतना.
If karma was chetana, it could have by itself given karma phala. You don't need a chetana tattva called Ishvara to give it. Which means if the stool or the chair is intelligent and it's got sentiency, it can move from one place to the other. It doesn't need you to move a chair from one place to the other, correct? So your karma is jada or chetana?
Jada.
Clear? Karma jadatvam is very, very, very true. When we are associated with it, we give chetanatvam. When the karma phala comes to it, Ishvara gives chetanatvam to it. That is why we get it as sukha dukkha. When we do it, it is punya papa. When Ishvara gives it, it becomes sukha dukkha as karma phala. When I am doing the karma, I, the sentient being, do it, and that's where I earn a punya papa. The sentient part is the chetanam part, which is either from me or from Ishvara. But karma by itself is jada. Does it make sense? Is it clear? And a classic example is two people use the same knife. One uses to take life, the other uses to save life. The doctor uses to save life, but the thief or the burglar uses to take life, the murderer. So who is the chetanatvam in that? The knife is jada or chetana?
Life is jada only.
Exactly. So karma has to be jada. The chetanatvam during the karma I give, and during the phala Ishvara gives. They are the chetanatva part to it. Is it clear? That is why the second line he says, karma kim param karma tat jadam. So if this karma is a jada, why are you wasting your life behind a jada thing, which doesn't have an ability to give you anything? देखो, first shloka में he is now hitting those strong pillars of ours where we say karma will give me kamya karma, then go to chitta shuddhi and all. He says, sab hatao, waste. You want jnanam, go to jnanam. Why are you wasting your time in karma? समझ में आ रहा है? So karma phala jadatvam is the first shloka. Kartuhu ajnaya prapyate phalam. If only by intervention of Ishvara my karma becomes karma phala, then karma and karma phala by itself is jada. Then who is superior? Who is superior then?
Ishwara.
And myself. While doing karma, I am the superior because Chetanatvam comes from me. And when I get the karma phala, Ishvara is superior. Because that is the Chetana Tattva. Karma is Achetana Tattva, Jada Tattva. Getting it? Apply this to karma yoga, then you will understand. Every karma can be made karma yoga. This statement has been made earlier. Every karma can be made as karma yoga by only changing our sankalpa to it. So who changed the sankalpa and did the same karma? Huh? Who changed the sankalpa? I changed. For what? Chitta Shuddhi. I changed it from Kamya Karma to Chitta Shuddhi. So I converted karma to karma yoga. Is it clear? This topic will go technical like this only now. Okay. If it is going too tough, ask me because these words will have to be used. Okay. So karma is jada, karma phala is jada. If it requires a kartu to give it direction, then don't waste your time on this jada dead body. You spend time on Ishvara. Spend time on kartu, na? Because that is meaningful than doing the karma. समझ में आ रहा है? हाँ ना? I know.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, ask. This has to be asked.
Sir, कर्म का sir कर्म we say कर्म we do action to for चित्त शुद्धि. So I mean that's why we do karma because karma yoga we do so that our so we get चित्त शुद्धि.
Chalo.
So
I will ask.
so here it is contradicting to that.
So I will ask a counter question now. Okay. Can a person convert a kamya karma to a niyata karma or for chitta shuddhi? Can a person convert it? Any karma.
Only through karma yoga he can convert to.
You take an example. ये अभी ये बहुत theoretical हो गया है. We are using words karma, karma yogi, वो ये कुछ समझ में तो नहीं आ रहा है क्या हो रहा है बोल के.
Sir, if I mean, suppose I want to buy something, I mean, if it is desirous, desire के लिए, like I'm for selfish need, I mean, for my selfish interest, if I'm doing
Take an
the
example
action,
now. Take an example. Take an example. Okay. We are in a group. We are in a WhatsApp group. Right? I tell you, Anu, just forward me this particular text which you have. It will be helpful to me. Correct? What would you do?
forward to you.
Correct. By that, what happens? I get what I want. You have a motive why you forwarded it. You have a motive, right? Some motive will be there. It may be insignificant motive. नहीं sir has asked, let me forward it. चलो वो ही तो पकड़ लो ठीक है सर पूछा ओके नहीं let me forward it. But you have a motive there. Is it kamya or nishkama? For you, for me it is kamya 100%. I am benefiting out of it. I am asking for that. For you it is kamya or nishkama. Who is the beneficiary by your action and by your sankalpa? The motive.
Nishkam, sir, because I'm sharing it with you. I
So-
mean, with the, because you requested.
So if you don't share, why? What will happen? What prompts you to share?
If I don't share means because I don't want to share, then it is selfish. Because suppose, I mean, the other example can be, if a student is asking for me, my classmate is asking for homework, I share with him, then intention is because I want to help him. But if I don't want to help him because I have written the notes, then it is my selfish, because I'm selfish.
Apply the same rule when you're giving it to me now. There has to be some motive why you're giving me. It can be very insignificant reason also.
So because you have asked,
So why is it obligatory on you to give me? नहीं देना है.
So Guru Shishya, sir.
So there is some motive behind it.
Yeah.
There is a value sitting behind it. There is a sankalpa which is making you do it. Are you benefited by that? If not anything, at least I feel good that I have been able to do something which my teacher asked and it's helping that person. Fair enough. Do you feel good about it?
Yes, sir.
So are you benefited or not?
Yes.
Kamya or Nishkama? Every small thing goes back to there. Huh? Let's be clear. Without a purpose, no one does anything. Kamya or Nishkama now? For you, huh?
Kamya.
Okay. Now, the act is sharing the document. The motive behind is Kamya. Can you convert the same act into Nishkama? What is the difference between Kamya and Nishkama?
The benefit to the larger folk.
Correct.
When we get
Now you are clear. Yes, be there. You are clear now. What you did earlier was benefiting whom? Me and you. Can you convert it to an act which is going to be beneficial to a larger number of people? What would you do?
I will ask who all needs this text, I will share.
Suppose, easier way I'll tell you. Share it in the group. जिसको मनता है ले लो, जिसको नहीं मनता है मत लो, छोड़ दो. Okay? When you shared it in the group, did you have a motive? For each and every person that they will come back to me and thank you very much. So how much you helped me? है क्या? बिल्कुल नहीं है. That becomes the same action has become Nishkama now. So what changed? The act. The act is Jada. What changed the act from Kamya to Nishkama? You, the Chetana, motive, changed it from Kamya to Nishkama. Are you able to get this? Okay. So converting karma to karma yoga is not on the act, but is on your motive of the act. Right? Okay. Now who has got the motive? The sentient or the jada?
Sentient.
Clear? Either when I am doing it, it is me, or when the karma phala comes, it is Ishvara. He started with, because I will anyway do it with a motive. Ishvara, when he gives, he is giving it. Without he giving, I don't enjoy it or I don't have the pain. My punya papa does not get converted to sukha dukkha unless Ishvara gives it back to me as karma phala. Okay. The same thing is true in karma yoga also, that the only difference is I have detached myself with the karma phala. Are you able to get that? But I did the same karma. So who detached? Sentient part. What he says is if the karma is jada, drop it and go to the sentient part, either me or the Ishvara. Karma kim param, karma tad jadam. Day one say what we've been telling, do this karma, reduce your nishiddha karma, reduce the prayashchitta karma, slowly move to kamya karma, then from kamya karma go to nitya karma, naimitika karma, go to niyata karma, be in that, so that karma yoga is done and chitta shuddhi happens. Chitta shuddhi is happening where? To the jada karma or to the chetana person.
Chetana person.
That's what he is saying. Forget the karma, go to the chetana. It becomes easy now. In karma pala, if I see chetana as Ishvara, and if in karma I see myself as the chetana tattva, it becomes easy to connect both this and tell both are one. Aham Brahma Asmi, it becomes very easy. That is why the foundation here itself is that you cut that karma stuff, go to the Chetana Tattva. Is it clear now? He is not asking you to reduce sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. He is saying use it and move ahead. Don't get stuck on it. This karma is like putting an ointment. If the problem is got over, don't say, now I have a habit, I need to keep on putting the ointment again and again. If its job is over, move ahead. Drop that ointment there. Yes, Lalit.
So let's take a very basic example. Like I go in a design school and kind of take up a class out there because I want to share my experience so that others can benefit. Where would that land? I'd go there on voluntary basis, no money, nothing. It's just that I will share my experience. So does that go into the Nishiddha karma?
Yeah, why Nishiddha karma? Why will it be Nishiddha karma? It will either be Kamya karma or Nishkama karma. That could be the question.
Sorry, the Nishkama karma.
Yeah.
Sorry, not the Nishiddha one.
Yeah. That depends on your motive. If you say that, let me go and teach to the needy free of charge, so that over a period of time I have been known as a philanthropist teacher and I get a fame. If that is your motive sitting hidden, then it is Kamya karma with superficially covering or a gift wrapping of Nishkama karma. It's like politicians. When they come and say, I'm doing this for you, I'm doing this for you, we also know the motive is not that. Then how do you know that that is not my motive or that is my motive? How easily I am ready to accept whatever response comes. Just imagine you go there and after 4 days someone says that, why are you coming and wasting our time here? Did we ask you? And if you feel offended, then it is Kamya karma. Getting it? Because it's point blank on the face saying that, why are you doing it? You can't tell them that I'm doing it for my benefit. But if you feel offended, it's very clear that you have done it for your benefit. Then I have covered it with Nishkama karma to show others.
So are there any examples where it is purely Nishkama karma?
Why not? So many people just do something and just leave it. Just leave it and they keep doing the next job. They are not waiting for the result of this job at all.
So posting, suppose I post something on Facebook, I saw some good video which educates people. I just put it on Facebook.
Who is the
I
beneficiary?
don't look at it as that
Who
much.
is the beneficiary?
Nobody. I mean, maybe so many people.
You don't know. That's an assumption. Did they ask for it?
No.
Exactly. If you are saying it, then I will go back to the Bhagavad Gita shlok. Datavyamiti yad danam deshe patre cha deshe kale cha patre cha. Satvikam danam is what? You give a person who is needy, who wants it, who values it at the right time, then only it makes sense, right? Because I have it, I just gave. मैं तो दे दिया, तुमको लेना है तो लो बोलेगा तो it doesn't have any meaning. Getting it? The other way around, I will now misinterpret it. I will say, ललित यार शाइन मार रहा है सबका सामने. समझ में आ रहा है? हाँ. The need has to be there. That's a basic thing for when you're giving something. Because we end up doing many of these things assuming that the other person may need it and that we are getting chitta shuddhi. No. That is why you have to spend time in finding out. Once you have a motive, you have to spend time to find out who is that patrata, who has got that eligibility. Then do it. Make sense? Okay. Tell your question, but the answer will be in the next week.
So Guruji just told Anu that, if you forward it to everybody, then there will be more beneficiaries. So then isn't this now again kind of contradictory to what you just said?
Because this question is asked in the class, and there are others who are listening to it. See,
Okay.
because I'm not going to ask of some text which is, if it is one-on-one, then this question doesn't arise. Like sometimes you tell, Ari, you have a download, just send it.
Okay.
It's a very, very simple example which is going to be commonly used by all. Then it's benefit. Okay, it's a very, very chota type of an example. Here, when you look at it, you have to do it in a much bigger way where really there is a value.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to nitpick. I was just curious.
No, it is right. It is right because it can be, it's how we interpret it. Both the ways. It gives you an opportunity to interpret it in whichever way you want. Right? So, see, at a point of time, keep one thing very, very back of the mind. Anything what I do is going to elevate my ego, even in a subtle way, then it cannot be for Chitta Shuddhi. That question has to be asked. It may look for others it is that way, but if it is not there in my mind, I have no problem. But that clarity only you will know. That mirror, that transparency about your mind only you will know. And you can't prove it to anyone. You need not prove it. What happens is, when the same thing is being every time demonstrated, everyone accepts कि नहीं यार, this person is out for everyone. He has no association with one person or other person. वो सबके लिए करता है. But that takes time for people to know. But you are very clear from day one. And it passes through a stage. When you start doing something, I'll tell you. I'll give you a very specific example which I have myself experienced and gone through. It's my mind, I'm going to tell you now. I used to be doing wherever some small, chota mota, kuch bhi hai, common functions, kidhar puja karenge. Obviously from there and they will say, no, unless we give you a dakshina, the puja is not over. And I have a principle, I will not take dakshina. So initially I used to say, no, I will not. Then they had a very strong logic. You are depriving me out of the benefit. because the puja gets complete only when I give you, because you have done it. I said, yes, that is a very clear law. So then I उसका एक तोड़ पानी निकाला. I accept it, and then I say that now it is mine. I have a choice. You have no choice on my stuff. Huh? Now it belongs to me. Now I can use whatever I need. Okay, and then I give it back to them and say that use it for this purpose or this something. ये कर दो बोल के. ऐसा क्यों कर रहे हो, आप ले ही नहीं. आई सेड मैं लेके दिया और नहीं लेने में फ़र्क है. बट इनिशियली इट स्टार्ट्स, लेट मी टेल यू, इनिशियली इट स्टार्ट्स नहीं, लेट मी डू दिस, अच्छा लग रहा है, सामने वाले को भी मालूम पड़ रहा है. बट वेन यू पास थ्रू दैट over a period of time, maybe it's like what, 20 years, you're just not even bothered about it. It's mechanically you just do it and everyone knows. Now most of the people, they know it. देने के बाद वापस आती दिखाएगी, they know you are going to give it back. So then it is now, it doesn't make any difference at all. But you have to pass through that stage of feeling, अच्छा लगा, मैं वापस दिया. For people also got to know. You will pass through that, but you shouldn't get stuck into it. Underplay it and keep moving ahead. Just, I'm saying, we will pass through stages and we need to be sensitive on that. Clear? Like that, there will be many small things in your this, and catch these small things. Big things का कुछ बात नहीं करते. जो छोटा चीज में से ही बहुत फर्क आता है. That attitude changes. What is the idea? Is change of attitude. Not on how big you have done or how small you have done. Attitude में change आया कि नहीं. The more you are able to change the attitude, the more karma becomes karma yoga. Right? चलो. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरिः ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. Harihi Om. Okay, next Saturday, Sunday, I would not be here. I would be traveling. Surely on 16th, I will not be taking the class. 16th and 17th. Yeah, I'll put a message also. So there won't be a class. Yeah, Hari Om.
How do you